That's what you want? Maybe. Or a DS Lite.
It's not for resale. So it's $250.
So we can't buy it then?
No, we can't buy it. Because it's not for sale.
It's not for
It's illegal to buy.
Yeah.
So we're looking for Mario, but everybody keeps pricing it $5 high, so I don't know. I think we need to find somebody that has it for 20 or less, because that's where it needs to be. Like 25 is just too much.
I bet tomorrow it'll be 20.
It's true. It's Saturday, so things are cheaper tomorrow. We're on a quest to collect the best games ever released on every Nintendo console. If you search for the top rated games on each console, you can pick out 10 games near the top of each list that cost $20 or less.
And that's exactly what we did.
We've been lucky enough to already have found every original Nintendo game on the list, and we've played every single one of them. We've also found 7 of the 10 Super Nintendo games on our list. We've played every single one of those as well.
So far, we've spent $248 on our Nintendo Quest, and these are all high-quality games. That's 17 games so far.
So now it's time to continue the hunt, this time at the Phoenix Game On Expo. We have 3 Super Nintendo games left on our Nintendo Quest.
Yeah.
We have Super Mario World, which should be easy to find, I would think. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Star Fox, all bangers. We're gonna find those here, right?
Yes, but let's find them on the cheap.
Yeah, let's find them on the cheap. This is the Phoenix Game On Expo. It happens once a year. It's now moved up to March, which is great because it's a cooler time of year. But we're gonna find a bunch of games here in addition to that. Maybe we start our Nintendo 64 quest as well since we're here.
Why not?
Yeah, let's keep going through it. Any of the 3 games here? Okay, that's cool, but not one of our games we're looking for. Oh wait, here's one. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and it's right in the range.
$20.
I wonder if they'll do it for like 15, just because, you know.
Yeah.
Discounts, maybe. 15. The label's a little rough, but 15 is good.
It's a good price.
Yeah, very good price. And we'll bundle a few. Last one is Star Fox.
There's another bin right here.
Oh man, there's so many.
You said Star Fox?
Star Fox, yep. There it is. So, all 3 in one.
Let's see if we can get a
Bundle deal, but we might have to start in 64 if we do that. Okay. This video is brought to you by the like button, so don't forget to click that thumbs up before the video's over. Would you do a bundle on those 3?
So we're 20, 35, 45?
45? Sure. Deal. Thank you.
Spent $45 on the last 3 Super Nintendo games.
That's pretty awesome. We actually didn't expect to find them all at once. Yes. This is legitimately one of the best games ever made. And I think it'd be hard for anybody to argue with that. So the goal of this series is to show everybody that you can still find cheap games in 2024, even retro games. And we just found all 3 at once. When my parents got me Super Nintendo, it was the package that had this game in it and nothing else.
Yeah.
And that's all I had for probably at least a year. You know, they saved up all year to get me the one thing. I was so excited and played the heck out of this game. So we know what you're thinking. There's no gaming expo in my town, so how am I supposed to get these games? Well, they're all over the country, and they're very accessible, and they do a ton of them every year, big and small. Do it.
Yay. I feel like I'm going so slow.
You're not running.
There, I died.
Games like this that are popular on common systems like Super Nintendo, you can find everywhere, so keep looking, you'll find something. That was quicker than it should have been. You're better than that. So let's dive right into Nintendo 64. We have Blast Corps, 1080 Snowboarding, and Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
We're gonna find those around, right? So let's start right here. I'll reveal something right now. I am not a fighting game fan. I'm not good at them. I think I'm just too old to be able to move and react that quickly.
Well, what about when you were a kid?
So when I was a kid, this was my most played Super Nintendo game. No, none over here. You're crazy. And whenever friends would come visit me, we'd just play this game. I'm just not a fighting game guy.
So I'm not sure if I've played Turbo. I played the Amiga Vanilla Street Fighter.
Alright, let's see if we can find any of the games on the list here. Episode 1 Racer. Nope, none of those. But I can't do like the Shoryuken. I can't. Like, it's like up, down, forward, and then diagonal. I gotta try it like 10 times in a row to get it right once. I'm just not.
I thought it was just like a quarter turn.
No, that's the Hadouken. There are 50 games on the list. We're gonna build the best Nintendo collection for cheap. And we're doing it to prove that even nowadays, this is 2024, you can build an amazing collection for not a lot of money.
Yeah, and we're talking about a physical collection.
Physical, the way it should be. Physical forever. I think my favorite when I was a kid was Dalsim.
You like the earlobes?
The earlobes are pretty cool. Have you ever played Star Fox?
I don't think I ever have. I think I've maybe turned it on for like testing purposes, but I've never played it.
What is that?
Squadron.
Yep. There it is. Sweet. I'll get that too. I remember the other racers being very annoying. Like just constantly. Well, Twisted Edge is close, but it's not 1080. 1080 is better. Oh, here's one. Last one. Oh, look at that label. Feels nice. Yeah, it looks like it's got like brown on it too. That's real bad.
So what do you think that brown is?
It's probably poo. Otherwise, it's fine.
Could it be chocolate?
Okay, you know, we have options. We're gonna come back and see if we don't find anything else, we'll pick up the gross one. That is an option right now.
I also like never know in games, like, is that something for me to collect,
right,
or power up, or is that going to kill me?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those two, and you won't know until it's too late. We still have to find Blast Core and 1080 snowboarding. Like the Blast Core, I mean, we have an option of a really gross one, which is kind of on theme, but
Kind of crusty.
I'm hoping we can find one in better condition. It's not an expensive game, and it's pretty common, so.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to find them maybe a collector protector.
Yeah, I didn't see any there.
Or, we can check Party Up Games.
Yeah, for sure. We'll try a bunch of them. What I remember most about this game is that you can pull the wire around the AT-AT's leg and trip it.
Look at that young Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Looking for Blast Core.
50 on 60.
1080. Let's see, there was some Rush. No. Different number game. No, none of those. There you go. Let's see how well you do in an X-Wing.
Just gonna play the whole game sideways.
It's actually legitimately making me a little motion sick.
Don't look, honey. I'm
okay.
really bad.
But it's,
Blast Corps? Either super minty or super not minty.
Now there's two.
Yeah.
So, no Blast Corps? Alright. We'll take a 1080. The best N64 game ever released. Oh, we got a choice, huh? Oh man.
I'll put that one away. I'd say that one probably.
This one probably. Yeah, let's go with that. Sweet. I played this constantly with my dad all the way up until Tony Hawk came out, which was like a year later.
1080 Snowboarding is an interesting game because it sort of came out of nowhere. At the time when it came out in 1998, the N64 was in the slow drip drought of games where stuff would come out and we'd be watching as everyone on PS1 would be getting just this constant flow of games. But 1080 Snowboarding was so surprising because this was a game that was developed and published by Nintendo. In fact, Shigeru Miyamoto produced this game. What's interesting about that is that there's no Mario in this, there's no Nintendo IPs or anything. It's a brand new thing that from the outset had to win over an audience, and win over an audience it did. It got 2 million in sales during the lifetime of its release, and it's widely regarded as a classic.
Nice.
That was a sweet trick.
It was a sweet trick.
I think even to this day it holds up just because of how unique that it is, even if it is a bit cumbersome with some of the mechanics that are a little bit experimental in their era. I love this game, it's super fun, and I'm grateful that it stayed at a very affordable price, and you can get it on a lot of the eShops. Really, since the Wii U, I think it's been on different Nintendo eShops, maybe even the Wii, where it's just been available as a staple game to play on the Nintendo 64. And that's 1080.
Any Blast Core over here? I think they only have expensive games here. Yeah, not for resales. Let's be honest, we're not the biggest Nintendo 64 household.
Yeah, when Squaresoft went to PlayStation, so did my family.
Okay, you've played Nintendo 64 before, right?
Not really.
Like, you've held a controller.
Yeah, you know, to buy them.
Really? Oh boy. I did have a Nintendo 64 as a kid, and I played it a lot. Played Mario Kart at my friend's house. I played GoldenEye with my dad every night. I played 1080 constantly until Tony Hawk came out. A lot of great memories. Ocarina of Time I played through probably a dozen times, start to finish.
And I didn't have any female gamer friends, so I never got the exposure.
But I will say, going back and looking at it now and holding the controllers and seeing the games and playing them, they haven't aged well.
Hot take.
But that doesn't mean there's not still a lot of fun to be had.
Oh, of course. I mean, people fill their garages with N64 games for a reason, right?
No, there's no reason.
Oh, okay.
I know I have. The problem is,
It's a real cheap one.
I don't think I brought them because I didn't bring a lot of like filler stuff. I left like a couple thousand games just to have room.
Yep, this is the same vendor that we worked with in our last video that's digging for this game for us. But again, he's a nice person and he's digging extra hard to make sure we can find Blastcore, which is pretty
When I get a
cool.
booth, it's double this.
Yeah,
Well, because we're so far from home.
right.
Like in 2-3 weeks, we're gonna do Midwest and Wisconsin,
There it is.
and it's clean inside and out.
What's that?
Like I cleaned it meticulously.
Yeah. We're doing a collection series where we buy games $20 or less. Would you do 20? Okay. Sweet. Thank you so much.
So we definitely had to buy this from him.
Yeah.
Okay, so the beat up one was $10 and this one was 20, but you know what? It's super clean and he gave it to us at 20, so apparently it belongs to the Carraros, but that's not how you use an apostrophe. But that's okay. I'll hold it again. Sweet. It's ours. Thank you.
Never played this game, ever.
Me neither.
I hear a lot of good things though, honestly, and it looks like a Twisted Metal clone, maybe?
So you just gotta wreck stuff
I guess so.
and earn money.
So, I know we overspent by like $5 on this game because we went to that one vendor,
Yeah.
but it's a really clean copy, and it looks like it has like 100% completion on everything too, so that's neat, I guess, even though I'd probably just delete the progress. We should have bought the poop copy of Blastcore.
It could have been a matching set.
I know, it would have been great. You like rotate your...
Yeah, I know. I just don't know how.
You're doing great, honey. You're doing great.
All right, now which one was the missiles again?
I don't know. One thing I will say about the Nintendo 64 is they do have sweet colors.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about the N64 is the clear, colorful systems and controllers.
I hate how Nintendo 64 doesn't have a spine. So I guess if that's all the game is just blowing stuff up, then that's cool.
Yay!
Pick a different mission.